Alright folks, this is a very requested video. Actually, it's not requested at all. I just wanted to show people. We currently got GOTB going on. And we are doing the Wat mission. So we've already done all our other battles and whatnot. But we have to get some shards for the guild. So it seems that some people don't know the strategy, or maybe it's a little... maybe they don't know there is one. I don't know what it is exactly. But I feel like you can get shards every single time if you have the right mods and you follow the same strategy. So I have, as you can see, gear 11, gear 12 geos. This is the minimum requirements in my geos, other than the Brood Alpha. The Brood Alpha is a little better, but the Spy, Sunfac, Poggle, and the Geo Soldier are all like barely meet the threshold for being able to do the Wat mission. And so far, I think this is my 5th attempt at the mission, and I have not failed yet. So some people might attribute it to luck. Obviously, I don't have a huge sample size, but it's been pretty straightforward each time. So I'm actually going to go through the mods too. So I haven't equipped the loadouts yet. So for the Brood Alpha, there's not too much of a change, but speed was more important. All my 6-dot mods are obviously not usable, which is unfortunate because I have some good mods, but I think it makes this more reasonable to expect because it's not crazy mods that are getting put on my geos. So we'll assign the Wat tab I have here. So the Brood Alpha, all I'm doing is making him just a tad bit faster and sacrificing pretty much everything else. But I want him as fast as possible. I don't know if those 6 speed make a huge difference, but hasn't let me down yet. So I want my alpha as fast as possible. So we will equip that on him. Geo Spy, actually, I don't think I switch his class at all. Yeah, it's already equipped. You just want a whole bunch of crit chance. Crit damage is nice too, but ideally it'd just be crit chance all the way around if I modded him the way I wanted to mod him. I don't think I have the mods for that. I think they're all 6-dot. Or not offense. I guess that could work. But yeah, if we could have crit chance all the way around, then that would be pretty awesome, because Spy only does a lot of damage when he crits. So ideally you'd have a lot of crit chance on him. I'm okay with 72% crit chance. It's worked so far. We go over to Sunfac. Right now he has some pretty lousy mods, but we're going to switch him to this set right here, which is going to make him a lot faster, about 30 speed faster. And that's really all that matters. His mods aren't too important, but I gave him a little bit of extra armor so that he gets some survivability. He loses some protection, but he's faster, and that's what I want. The more turns these geos can get, the easier the mission is. At least that's what I think. And then we got Poggle. And Poggle needs... this is the most important one in my opinion. He needs a ton of potency. Look at that. I'm sacrificing every other category so that I can give him more potency. And I'm actually considering... do I have the right arrow? I think there was another arrow I liked more. Yeah, this arrow gives him slightly more potency. I'm not sure it matters too much, but every little bit counts. And so he loses about 9 speed from what I had him, but he has 65% more potency, 115%. I think you have to be over 100 with Poggle. That's probably the only hard recommendation that I would give to this point. And then finally, this is the one that matters as well. So in Geos, this is not known too much, but in his unique, Geonosian Soldier gains 25% turn meter when scoring a critical hit. So you want to give him a crit chance set, because you want him to take turns so that all your Geos can take turns. Most importantly, so Poggle can assist to get those ability blocks, because the ability block is the most important thing in this mission, especially when you have crappy Geos like I do. So Geo Soldier, luckily he's gear 12. He has to be gear 12 to attempt the Wat mission. There's no way around it. He just doesn't meet the power requirement without it. So he actually can have some pretty good mods. So I can get his crit chance up 32%, 31.5%, and make him 62 speed faster. So he will be going out way. He's the fastest one on my squad, and he should be getting my team going. So those are the mods that I equip. So now I'm ready to start the mission. It'd be pretty funny if this is my first failure, when I finally decide to record with commentary. All right, so we got Clone Sergeant is the biggest threat. Both of these guys are the worst. Their AoEs will just shred my Geos. So the first thing we want to do is we want to shoot this Hailfire tank and target one of the Clone Sergeants. So we'll target that one, ability block, perfect. Now we want to go target the other Clone Sergeant, and we want to use this this last ability, because there's going to be, because Geospy is going to get turn meter. Whenever a Geonosian ally infects a debuff on an enemy, Geospy gains 35% turn meter. So with the tenacity down, he should be able to inflict a lot of buffs, a lot of debuffs. So even if we can't inflict the ability block the first time around, we'll have a second shot to do it when he takes his next turn. So we'll do that real quick, and look at that. We hit the stagger, so he's not an imminent threat, but he still doesn't have that ability block. And we need that, or else he's going to shred us. So we'll use Geo Soldier's ability, and we'll pick Pago to assist to give him an extra shot at landing that ability block, which we have gotten. And now the other ones don't matter as much, but we can just go around and start picking them off. The more ability blocks, the better. They're not going to beat us with just basics. So we'll try to take out this Clone Medic, and then we'll just hop around and do ability blocks. You can use any ability you want, obviously keeping the heal if possible, but using the second ability and getting some expose, removing turn meter, like that's all good stuff. So might as well use it. No point in saving any specials at this point in time. Once you have everyone ability blocked, then you can start going to town on your on the biggest threats. So give yourself offense up. Why not? Go ahead and stagger and blind anyone who's going to take a turn. If they don't take any turns, that's awesome. Take out this medic. He's not going to hurt us. Look at that. They're just tickling us. Boom. Now we want to, just because we can keep ability blocking these guys. Keep him in check. All right, now he's going to lose the ability block. Both of our Clone Sergeants are. So we want to get right back and either take him out or ability block. Same here. And this match is pretty much this wave is in hand. So we can just let our abilities go off cooldown. Take all these guys out. And this wave is just about done. Just this lousy Clone Trooper is going to try to solo us. All right, next wave. This one's probably the trickiest one in my opinion. You don't want to use this Hellfire tank, but Barriss needs to go. Her unique is going to get rid of debuffs on the rest of the characters. So if she doesn't die, then you're not going to be able to ability block anybody. So even though Clone Sergeant's your biggest threat, you need to get rid of Barriss first. So you got to swap between the two. And hopefully ability blocks can last, but you got to focus most of your offense on Barriss, or else she's just going to clear all your debuffs, and you're not going to get anywhere. So we're going to, all of our big hits are going to Barriss. Tenacity down on Clone Sergeant. Ability block looks awesome, and then here in a little bit, she's going to take a turn, and he's not going to be ability blocked anymore. So we just got to keep pounding away at her. And ideally, we'll get that second Geo Brood Alpha ability that removes turn meter. Yeah, and we'll remove his turn meter a little bit and give us some more time. And if we can get the stagger and blind from Sun Fac, that would be our Sarge would be our target. But look at that, we got rid of We got rid of Sergeant, and even though Sentinel did some damage on us, it's not near as much as Clone Sarge would have done. So we're in okay shape, and now we can just do what we usually do and start landing those ability blocks. Try to get Sentinel. Boom! Look at that. And this is technically in hand, but just because I want to get rid of this guy, I'll just take him out. And keep in mind that's a Gear 11 Geo Spy, so you don't need anything crazy to beat this mission. We just keep ability blocking them, take them out. Nothing special, but this, in my opinion, is the hardest wave because of Barris. Because Barris is going to take away all your ability blocks, and so then all of a sudden you think Clone Sergeant's no longer a threat, and then he AoEs your whole team away, and then you're like, what? So, just because we can, we'll heal up a little bit. We won't need that for a little while, and it'll get off a cooldown at least a little bit by the time we get to the next wave. So Sentinel already exhausted their AoE, so it's just a basic. Yeah, Sentinel is the AoEs aren't good, but out of all the AoE characters, Sentinel's gonna do the least damage to your team, because Guardian has the ability blocks. Clone Sergeant does a ton of damage. Clone, is it Clone Commander? This guy right here, Clone Arc Trooper, he has the daze. He's gonna wreck your team. He's the biggest. He's more dangerous than he's more dangerous than Clone Sergeant. These guys, if these guys do an AoE on you, and you have bad Geos, it's over. And technically, I should have used that ability first. So, get us a second chance to do that ability block, and we got it. And making sure, yep, Clone Arc has that ability block, so we can start working on all these other guys. So, and get ability blocks on everyone, and then start pounding away at our biggest threats. So anytime that ability block goes away, it doesn't matter if, even though this guy's about to take, Clone Sharpshooter is about to take a turn, his special abilities are going to do a whole lot less damage than Clone Arc would do. So even though it's like, oh, well, I don't want him to do a special, whatever, it doesn't matter. We need as many tries as possible to get that ability block. Because if you have bad RNG and your Poggle doesn't get the ability blocks, you want to have him try at least 10 times, because within those 10 times, if you have 100 plus potency, he's going to land at least one. So you use that ability because it's going to give Poggle 2 tries, and boom, it worked. We got the ability block, and now everyone's ability block that we can get to. So we just got to keep pounding away at the biggest threats. Let's take away some turn meter, ability block, and ability block. And ability block this guy too. We don't need him giving us a heal. We can use the cleanse real quick because it doesn't. He's not crucial to ability block. Like I said, we'll target him first with Poggle. Ability block. Okay, we can keep attacking other guys. And actually, we'll ability block this guy since he's about to take a turn and there's no bigger threats in the way. If you can help it, you just have, like I said at the beginning, if everyone just did a basic the whole time, this mission wouldn't even be hard. So you want to make sure that everyone's ability blocked. Ability blocked, ability blocked. And it doesn't hurt to double check every once in a while. If you forgot or you can't see it pop up, then you might as well check again, because taking 3 more seconds to check is going to be way better for your odds than forgetting and then or having like a situation with Barris where she takes away the ability block that you thought you had and then all of a sudden you lost. So we'll just keep working on this Arc Trooper with just basics, because this round's pretty much over. All the threats are eliminated, and it's just a couple of lousy clones. Some regs. So this guy'd be out for the count here in a second. He's gone. And we'll lead with Spy, I think. So now is our last wave. And this one is another important. Obviously, they're all important, but the Pawns and Sergeant are your 2 biggest threats. Mace, I know he has his Shatter Point. You have to forget he has Shatter Point. He's gonna take out your Brute. Okay, so your brute's the one who's going to take the heat. So long as you keep everyone else ability blocked and in checked, you'll be fine. He's not going to AoE us to death. So if it's a choice between Mace Windu or one of these guys, you have to ability block one of these guys. Mace Windu isn't gonna kill you unless your brute dies, right? But just in the beginning. So we'll use that ability to get an ability block on pawns, and then we'll do the same thing we did on wave 2 or wave 1, whichever one it was, and use the third ability on Sergeant so we can get 2 tries to ability block him. Look, we didn't get the ability block that time, but we'll get a second shot. And in this case, I'll use this one to try to just get him out of the way. And boom, there's our ability block. And now we move over to pawns, and we'll try to ability block him too. There. Look, it took 2 tries, so we wanted to make sure. And now we can go around the world and start ability blocking everybody. But so if pawns or Sergeant ever drop their ability blocks, we have to go back after them. There's no choice. Or our team will, or we will lose. And there's that taunt right there. That could be problems because it gives us it makes it take longer for us to get out. But we can use this to remove some turn meter and ability block pawns, ability block Sergeant, kill Sergeant, cool. And then let's try to stagger and blind pawns and get him out. Cool. And look, we have the shatter point, and so he could take us out in 1 turn. We'll cleanse it off, but even if Mace Windu took out the brute, we have nobody left who's actually going to give us problems. It's just this medic bringing back one of the problem guys that's going to be an issue. So we'll just keep trying to ability block everybody. And look at that, their ability block. So yeah, we can go after Mace, and we can ability block him. We can try because we have the ability. So, and shatter point, cool. That's funny. We'll just cleanse it. It's not a big problem. Get rid of the medic. And look at that, we have the Hellfire tank again, and we have this ability. Shoot, we might as well use the tank. That's what the platoons are for, yeah. And then we'll do that, and we'll try to get rid of Mace. Close. Cam isn't gonna hurt us either. I know I've been ignoring him the whole time. Like, what did he do? Like, he just missed. Like, it seems scary because you don't like Cam. Seems like such an OP character, but in this mission, he's like he's the least important character. He's not gonna do anything to our team. And would you look at that? Unless he proves me wrong and solos all of the team, we got ourselves some Wat shards. So that puts me at 5 for 5 with these exact same mod sets. The only changes that I have made are 1, I have increased potency on Poggle wherever I can, and 2, I've tried to make the Brute Alpha faster if I could. But like you saw, it doesn't really matter too much. I only increased him by 6 speed from base. So yeah, so that's kind of the wrap right there. Just make sure that potency on Poggle and targeting the right characters and using the right abilities. You'll get Wat shards every time. I haven't missed one yet, and I don't plan to ever again, or ever at all, because I haven't. So thanks for watching, guys.